With the biggest story of the day, and that is the news that DeWanna Bonner is no longer with the Indiana Fever. It was reported last night that DeWanna Bonner had no intentions on returning to the Indiana Fever, and then the news broke today that the Indiana Fever had indeed.
DeWanna Bonner thought she could walk away from the Indiana Fever mid-season and land wherever she pleased, but the WNBA isn't having it. After quitting on her team, leaving Caitlin Clark and the rest of the roster hanging, Bonner now finds herself with nowhere to go. Teams across the league are reportedly turning their backs, refusing to even consider her for a roster spot. The message is loud and clear: abandon your team, and don't expect to be welcomed with open arms elsewhere. This isn't just about a player changing teams. This is about loyalty, commitment, and what it means to show up even when things aren't perfect. Bonner bailed at a time when the Fever needed every ounce of unity they could get. Instead of digging in and helping her team fight through adversity, she walked out. And now, the consequences are rolling in. Across social media and basketball circles, fans are calling it karma. They're not wrong. The WNBA is a close-knit league where reputation matters, and coaches and GMs
statement. She said, "I want to sincerely thank the Indiana Fever for the opportunity to be part of the Fever franchise. Despite our shared goals and excitement heading into the season, I felt the fit did not work out, and I appreciate the organization's willingness to grant my request to move on, particularly at this point in my career. I wish the Fever great success as they continue to build around this dynamic group of young players."
Here's what makes this situation even more embarrassing for Bonner. She was waived by the Fever, meaning every single team in the WNBA had a chance to claim her. If any team had stepped up, she would have received her full $200,000 salary. But not a single team took the bait. Despite the easy pickup and guaranteed paycheck, no one wanted to bring her on. That kind of silence speaks volumes.
If another team claims her off the waivers, she gets her full salary. She gets her full salary if another team claims her off the waivers.
That's a significant amount of money in the WNBA, and you'd expect teams to jump at the chance to sign a seasoned veteran with championship experience, right? Wrong.
It makes DeWanna Bonner look really, really bad. It makes DB look really, really bad. And it's the fact that she has told all other teams, other than the Mercury, don't sign her.
DeWanna Bonner thought she could quit on the Indiana Fever mid-season and still have her pick of teams around the WNBA. She assumed that despite walking out on her teammates and abandoning her role, franchises would be lining up to sign her. But reality has hit hard, and it's not in her favor. Every team in the league has reportedly been told not to even try claiming her off waivers, except the Phoenix Mercury. It's a move that reeks of entitlement, as if she's a free agent who gets to pick her next destination, ignoring the fact that she's coming off an ugly mid-season exit that left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. Bonner was waived by Indiana, and under normal circumstances, any team could have picked her up and paid her full $200,000 salary. That's a big paycheck in the WNBA, and for a veteran with championship experience, it should have been a no-brainer. But teams looked the other way. The league isn't interested in someone who showed she could bail when things got tough. It's made worse by the fact that Bonner reportedly only wants to play in Phoenix with her partner Alyssa Thomas, even though they could only offer her a prorated $80,000 deal. So she's not only burning bridges, she's losing more than $100,000 just to try and force her way onto one specific team. It's a move straight out of the Ben Simmons playbook. Sit out, demand a trade, ignore contracts. But Bonner isn't a young, high-upside player like Simmons once was. She's 36, clearly nearing the end of her career, and not playing at an elite level. That kind of leverage only works when you're dominating, and she isn't. Making things worse, Phoenix, the one team she's pushing for, doesn't even seem sure they want her. The Mercury are playing well with a young, cohesive roster. Bringing in a veteran who just quit on her last team could disrupt the chemistry they've worked hard to build. Bonner's actions don't just affect her, they reflect poorly on the whole Indiana Fever organization and the young players on that team. Caitlin Clark and her teammates looked up to her as a veteran leader. Now they're left picking up the pieces after she walked away. Clark, in particular, has handled the situation with poise and professionalism, showing more leadership than the veteran who was supposed to set the example. This isn't just a basketball story. It's about team culture, accountability, and reputation. GMs and coaches around the league are watching this unfold and asking themselves if Bonner is worth the risk. So far, the answer is a clear no. In a league with only 144 roster spots, every decision matters. Bonner gambled that she could bend the system to her will and ended up losing respect, money, and likely her spot in the league's future plans. What she framed as a business decision looks more like an emotional outburst that's backfiring in real time. No one wants to sign a player who proves she'll walk away when things get difficult. Bonner's situation is a masterclass in how not to manage your career in professional sports.